everybody, View17 here. We are here with a Pokemon discussion video. We had some exciting stuff happen today, but I'm not here by myself. I have a very, very special guest. PokeJungle is with us. Introduce yourself if you need to.
Hey everyone, it's PokeJungle, and some of you may visit my website. But I'm here and I'm happy to discuss some Pokemon stuff.
So me and PokeJungle, I posted, if you guys remember a while back on Twitter, I posted I wanted to do a Pokemon discussion type series and have some people featured on it. We got overwhelming replies. So me and PokeJungle will be the primary duo on the series. However, I know a lot of you guys want to join in too, so we will definitely have some more people join in with us down the road as we get news. And it looks like we're hitting that time. So this is our very first discussion video. What a time to have it, because we had a Pokemon Direct announcement a week before the actual Direct is happening, and then on top of that, tomorrow we have the Pokemon press conference, which I assume will be similar to the one that they had last year for Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Quest, and the announcement of this game. So, PokeJungle, what are your thoughts on, I guess, tomorrow's event, since that's tomorrow? For the
I am super excited, and I can't wait to see if some of the neglected spin-off games might be coming back, such as Mystery Dungeon, or maybe something even like Pokemon Pinball even would be something I'd like to see.
So like me, you're probably fully anticipating some type of other Pokemon title tomorrow.
I think it would be fair to think that a spin-off might be revealed.
I mean, it seems kind of odd to me, because for me last year when they did the press conference for the Let's Go games, it seemed to me like they did that because they clearly had to distinguish what the Let's Go game was and then this year's game. And then obviously they had Pokemon Quest. Did they have demo gameplay of that? I don't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't say for sure without looking it up, but yeah, I think you're right about them trying to kind of differentiate the different titles that were upcoming. So it will be interesting to see what exactly they'll show us tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would think they would lead with Sword and Shield, and then I guess whatever they have planned. Because I remember Mr. Ishihara said at the beginning of the year that look forward to more Pokemon stuff, something to that effect, and it kind of led to, okay, so is there more? Like, are we going to get a new game? Are they going to be ports? Are we going to play 3DS games on the Switch? What do you think the possibilities of that are, actually? Do you think we get, like, a virtual console scenario? Or maybe we're playing, like, Gen 3?
Oh my gosh, that would truly be something amazing, because I would love to see, like, the Game Boy Advance resolution a little bit pumped up if they could, to fill the Switch's screen and just be able to play that again. That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, it really would be. I mean, to be able to play, because we have the inevitable Gen 4 remakes coming at some point in time, whenever that is, and it would seem kind of cool if they did like a virtual console, play Gen 3 and 4, kind of subtly throw Gen 4 in there, and hey, you can play it now on the Switch. and then they throw remakes out there in like 2022 or whenever they're going to have those games come out.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I think for me, PokeJungle, it's going to be 9 p.m. Central Time. And then everybody else, it's like 11 o'clock. I don't know what the times are. I have to look it up, but it's going to be late in the evening because it's going to be early morning in Japan when I actually have an event. So look forward to that tomorrow. That should be really, really cool. They didn't give a length on that, though, did they?
I didn't see one, so I don't think we have that info yet.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm curious if it's even going to be in the same format as last year, like if they're going to have the giant.
That's true.
Because I imagine there's going to be a pretty big media presence there, given the fact that it's a public presentation like that. Because I remember last year, Eurogamer and a few others were actually tweeting from Japan, like they were already there.
Yeah.
And they were kind of talking about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow's event for sure. I mean, I don't know if we'll get like Sword and Shield gameplay, if it's even going to be anything like that, or if it's just going to be hey, here it is. Here's a release date or something like that.
I think it's about time for our next Let's Go games. It's time for Gen 2. Just kidding.
Holy crap! Do you think they would do that?
I hope not.
Do you think they would do next year? Like, oh, Let's Go 2 or Let's Go Johto's coming next year. Do you think they would do that?
I don't. I feel like they're gonna wait a little bit. I feel like they will. They will make a sequel, but I don't think we're gonna see it that soon.
Because it is odd to me, and it could just be that they're just trying to milk the marketing strategy. But they've been advertising Let's Go on Twitter since the games came out. Still, like even like this week, we had a promotion for Let's Go, so it's kind of scary. I can.
Or you don't think a third version's coming, do you?
Oh jeez. The irony of that is based on the fact that Let's Go is based off a third version of the game. So that would be pretty funny. I can't imagine the hysteria if there was a Let's Go Johto announced tomorrow for next year.
People might have their pitchforks out if that was the case.
Oh my god, it would be. What? We're still doing Let's Go? Oh my god! I'm like, dude, it sold 10 million copies. Of course, they're still gonna do it.
I think at least Sword and Shield are gonna be out, relatively soon, so people will have a wider selection of Switch games to choose from now.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be a November or December release?
I'm really hoping for November, but people have been speculating about Game Freak's other game, the Town game, and whether or not that would push back the Pokemon game. So I'm not really sure what to think exactly.
For me, it seems like Town would fall like fall time frame, like early fall. Excuse me, like September or something, and then that gives Pokemon a few months.
Yeah, that would be ideal, I think.
I think that would be fair to assume that. But I don't know. I mean, December, November, tomato, to me, it really doesn't matter. I mean, November obviously would be better because it would be a month early. And then we get all those sales. And the thing is, too, people kind of stress the importance of the sales. And I'm sure from a business perspective, Game Freak and Pokemon know what the hell they're doing. But it just seems like the game is going to sell whether or not it comes out the first week of December or it comes out Black Friday. I don't see sales really halting much. I mean, they're probably going to do some type of bundle, like a Switch, Pokemon Sword and Shield combo skin Joy-Con thing like they do with Let's Go.
Yeah.
To promote it too. So, well, I think that pretty much summarizes the conference for tomorrow. I don't know. I'm super pumped because that kind of holds us over until next week because the 5th is next Wednesday.
Wow, is it? Jeez.
Yeah, it's like 8 days away, I think, or something like that. Let me check the calendar. I want to say June 5th. Yeah, next Wednesday.
Wow, so we don't have long to wait after seeing the press conference.
No, I mean, if you work only weekdays like I do, you have 4 days this week, the weekend, and then 2 more days, and then boom, direct.
Yeah.
So that's really, really exciting, actually. I kind of figured they would do a direct a week before E3 like they did. I think they did that last year, too.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they had a demo ready for E3, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I see that very likely to happen, like at the Treehouse event, like they did with Let's Go. I think they had a playable demo there. So I definitely see that happening. Probably like the first route and first town or something. You think they'll have a full-fledged demo though, like they did with Sun and Moon?
Yeah, I don't know if they'd go that route. It was, I'll say the most fun part of that was probably like when people found the Alolan Doug trio. It was, people thought it was fake at first, that was such a fun Easter egg to have in there.
Oh no, it had like long hair. It was like 70s rocker Doug trio. The crap was funny. Like seeing it, like I love when stuff like that comes out because people always like super analyze the videos and they find all these cool things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope a demo does not come out actually, because I just don't want the risk of, data mining or like something like that
Yeah,
happening.
I almost feel like they might be a little bit turned off from the idea of the demo after what happened with Sun and Moon's data mining of that.
Yeah, and I honestly don't blame them. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just too risky, and I think it's really unnecessary because if they just hype up the game, building up to it, then it should be fine
Yeah.
with the news cycle and stuff. So for the direct, it looks like it's going to be 15 minutes long. That's really long. That's a really long direct because the one we got in February was 6 minutes, but I felt like that went by really, really fast.
Yeah, it did feel fast.
So, what do you think? What do you think is a fair expectation for what we should be expecting when the direct actually plays?
I think like I wrote down some of the things that we might expect in May, which obviously we didn't get in May, but I think I would be looking for some of the same kind of things, such as like seeing maybe a little bit more of the customization, a few more like early route Pokemon, stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, like the pick a peck of the games and like
Yeah.
some of the early stage Pokemon and stuff. That would be really cool. I think we'll get more, probably more explanation on gyms, the inside of them, kind of like
Yeah.
what. I don't know if we'll get gym leaders or not. Probably later on down the line, but I'm sure the professor, maybe your rival.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get mid starter evolutions yet. That'll probably be like August.
I'm kind of hoping that they do show us like something, or at least hint more heavily at like a really game changing feature, like mega evolutions or Z moves or whatever is going to be included new in this title.
Yeah, it would be cool to see like the new feature, whatever that is. Like the mega evolution or the Z moves or whatever the new gimmick is. I know a lot of people are talking about like armored evolution. I know a lot of people are talking about um, something like fusions. I think was a rumor that went
Yeah.
that went out there, and I just had remnants of like Trunks and Goten doing the fusion dance. But I don't know. I mean, they already did the fusion thing though with Kyron.
Yeah, they did, but it definitely is like an underutilized mechanic. So, but I don't see Sword and Shield going that direction. But you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't either. It seems pretty out there. I mean, of course, I guess when we think of it, though, we never really anticipated gyms going away either.
That's true.
And then they hit us with trial captains, even though they were kind of like gyms, but there was like more of them,
Hmm.
which was a cool concept. But um, yeah, I know because a lot of people are kind of more or less on Team Scorbunny or Team Sobble for the starters. I'm on Team Grookey. I love me some Grookey.
Are you? You're a Grookster?
I'm a Grookster, wholeheartedly. I didn't even have to see him. I just saw him hitting on the rock in the direct to make the grass come back, and I was like, "Yep, give me that one."
Like I'm such a, I don't know, kind of reptile amphibian guy. Like Sobble is probably going to be my starter until I see the evolutions.
Yeah, I don't. Do you see your mind changing depending on what the evolutions look like?
If there was a heavily grass inspired theme for Grookey, like a lot of leaves, a lot of branches, I could definitely see myself going back to the grass starter, but oh, it'd be tough.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna go the with Grookey. A lot of people are thinking they're gonna go the kind of bulky route, heavy defense,
Hmm.
giant gorilla type thing, like a Harambe, grass version of Harambe. It's just a giant gorilla, like
Bringing back the memes.
yeah, bring the memes back. And then I mean, obviously, Scorbunny is going to be the fast one. He's going to have all the speed, probably the Infernape type
Yeah.
starter. I don't know. secondary typing seem to be pretty hard to guess for these because you're so tempted to say firefighting with Scorbunny because he's got these giant feet. You could easily do like giant kicking moves and like stuff like that.
I do see like kind of a kickboxer type thing. I know that. I don't know. I don't know.
I know a lot of people were saying it was based off of the starters were based off like sports players. It's like Scorbunny's got the band-aid between his eyes, so it's like a soccer player. And then Grookey was like I think they were comparing him like rugby. And then I don't know what Samble's comparison was. I don't really remember. I think it was like just like swimmer, like a swimmer or something. I don't remember.
Water polo.
Oh yeah, water polo. There you go. But yeah, I think it's too early to get meta evolutions or any type of branch on those. I think they'll just dip out to the new Pokemon. And do you think they'll introduce a new typing?
I don't see a new type necessarily being introduced. But
yeah, I don't really either. I mean, we had Fairy in Gen 6, and I don't know.
But I would honestly like to see Sword and Shield kind of fix some of the inconsistencies. Like, I would be happy, I guess, if like Rock and Ground were combined. You know, like if the types were rebalanced a little bit. Bug type is very weak. I feel like there deserves to be a little bit more advantage to using it, you know.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way about dark types because they're really only strong against Psychic and Ghost.
Yeah, that's true.
And then after that, I mean, they can actually battle a lot without worrying about types because Steel doesn't resist Dark anymore. So they do have a fair playing field. It's just they don't really have an advantage either.
And you know, like Grass has too many weaknesses, but I could almost see Dark being strong against Grass just from like the photosynthesis kind of angle.
Yeah.
Although with the Japanese, it's a little bit different nuance, but you know.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Like, Dark like blocking the light, and the grass can't grow, like that type of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, grass Pokemon in general just don't get their fair shake. I don't think for sure.
We need like to cut about half of their weaknesses, I think.
Yeah, I mean, holy crap, they're weak to what? Fire, ice,
bug,
flying, bug. Yeah, poison. Yeah, just too many weaknesses, and I really hope in this game we get some new ice types. We need some good ice types.
Yeah, they have been kind of shafted in the past couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Gen 5, they tried it. I think they tried with Beartic. They tried with Avalugg. So they tried to incorporate the stupid ice cream cone. Shout out to James Turner. I'm not hating on the design. Okay, it's just weird. But they topped it off with Klefki. So in Gen 6, Klefki was weird. But yeah, they tried to incorporate more ice types, it seems like. But I don't know. I hope they just come out with some cooler designs and stuff for the ice types.
Yeah, and I think, what was it, Crabominable or whatever, however you pronounce it, didn't really do it for me in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I didn't even use it. I had actually forgot it existed once I got like to the third island. Seriously, like I battled somebody with it. I think it's actually when you're going through the Lucamine's building. I forget what's called.
Oh yeah, the Aether Paradise.
Aether Paradise. Yeah, I think you actually battle during that time, but you can't evolve the Crabrawler until you get to the Elite Four. So I think that's another thing they need to stop too. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that you have these evolutions and you can't use them the entire game until you get to the end, and it's like, well, I wanted to use it on my journey. I didn't want to use it just against the Elite Four or like it's just competitive. Like, to me, that's really frustrating. I think in Gen, I forget which one it was, you couldn't get Leafeon or
Yeah.
with Glaceon until like the end of the game.
Yeah.
So speaking of Eevee, do you think we'll get a new evolution? It is an even number gen now.
I feel like, there was that YouTuber who made the video about no more Eevee evolutions. I don't know if you saw that, but I do think we'll get another one. I just don't think it's going to be this generation.
Yeah. I would have thought we would have seen or heard something about it by now if there was, given the fact that Eevee's coming off a very marketable situation with Let's Go.
Yeah, it is.
So I would have thought that would have been something too. But if they don't have one, it's fine. I think they may have come to a point where the types are just perfectly balanced,
and
they don't want to throw something else out there. Because if they came out with a Steel type, then it balances Sylveon, but really the only other weakness there is Flareon.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if they came out with a Poison type, it would have no weaknesses other than Espeon. So that would be kind of broken too, because
Well, to be fair, I'm not sure if Game Freak would necessarily balance the evolutions just based off of each other, but
yeah, true.
Eventually I would like to see more,
a Steel type evolution would be so cool.
I'm ready for Poison.
Poison too. Yeah, Poison's got huge potential. Because we haven't gotten a really like badass looking Eevee, like even kind of boards on the sign of like even something that's not so, hey, come and pet me, since like Espeon. Like Espeon's got like the curved eyes and just looks really cool and like mystical and stuff, and
yeah,
all the other ones are kind of like, hey, come pet me, except Jolteon, unless you want to bleed. So I don't know. A new evolution would be really, really cool. I just hope that if they do it, it's Steel with Poison and not Dragon. Dragon would break it.
Yeah, that would be. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. Well, I think we've pretty much covered what to expect in the Direct. What are your predictions for the Direct? Like if you were to give 100%, we will see this prediction, what do you think it'll be?
Oh my god.
No pressure.
I hope. Yeah, no pressure. I hope no one screen caps us. I think we'll definitely be seeing. I feel like we're gonna see news about Bank and how Pokemon's gonna be handling the transition to the next generation. That would be my guess.
At the Direct or tomorrow?
At the Direct.
Got it. Yeah, I think they have to cover that at some point, because I remember X and Y. Yeah, X and Y's news cycle. They didn't cover that until like October.
And
that was really late in the game for the Pokebank aspect. So I think if they kind of shot that in the butt now, because a lot of people have been asking when Let's Go came out, hey, we're gonna be able to transfer our Let's Go mons to to the new games, and they were like, yeah, we'd really like to see that because we want people to not be able to, but so I think that's gonna happen. So I think you're right. I think that is gonna cover a good amount of that time that they're giving us for the 15 minutes. I think that's a pretty good assumption or a good prediction. For me, it's kind of just the run-of-the-mill stuff. I think we're going to see the Professor, we're going to see the Rival, we're going to see the Legendaries in the box art, and then we're going to get a release date. Yeah,
the box art is, probably for sure we'll be getting, and I'm rather curious to see what exactly the Legendaries will look like.
Yeah, because in the logos, we got these wolves, but all that we can go off of is one's going to be defensive and one's going to be attack.
Yeah.
If you're even using that analogy, like just based off that, because that's really all that we have. So I think
they'll be tied in with like the mechanic of Sword and Shield. So like, I feel like that's going to be, something to look for.
Now, an interesting idea I saw somebody come up with I forget who I was talking to. They were talking about the logo for that's in the Pokemon's Sword and Shield like that's on the jersey of the player, that like white, red, and blue logo. They're kind of implicating that maybe that indicates a new type of battle system, like similar to a soccer game.
Yeah.
Not like rotation battles, but like, you know, how you would position players in soccer. You would use that as like a new type of battle, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think like, you know, every generation kind of has a new type of battle, you know, some gimmicky sort of thing. So I think that would totally be a realistic, you know, expectation of what we might see.
Yeah, because I think in Gen 5 we had rotation triple battles.
Yeah.
And then in 6 we had sky battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the sky battles aspect was actually pretty cool. I just don't think they did enough with it. I think they could have went further.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because for me, that was a pretty cool thing. It was just odd. Well, no, never mind. Pokemon with Levitate could battle in that, right? Like Haunter and stuff.
I think they could.
Because I remember I had a gripe. There was a Pokemon I couldn't use, and I was like, yeah, I wish I could remember which one it was. But yeah, it would be really cool to see whatever new mechanic or gimmick they're going to come out with the Direct. Whatever that is. You know, if it's Armored Evolution or if it's just a new battle mechanic in itself.
Yeah.
But I personally wasn't a fan of Z moves, so I hope they kind of stay away from the whole Pokemon synergy thing. I think they're kind of wore that out. Because you had that with Mega Evolution and you had that with Z moves.
Yeah.
I definitely think they just need to implement something that's like one takeaway I took from it was when Omori said that, you know, Pokemon and people built things together, so it almost would seem like there's some type of way or something that in Galar they created these devices for Pokemon to use in battle. It seems to be creation driven with this region as opposed to you know, the natural balance of energy or whatever it is you want to call it with Sun and Moon and X and Y.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious. Do you think we're gonna have like another kind of assistant like Rotom Dex was for us in Gen 7?
I hope not. I just think they need a cool interface for the Pokedex in general, whatever that is. Because the Pokedex is something that's really, really cool. And another thing too, I was thinking of, you know, are we gonna be able to use our PCs on the go again? Too, because to me, I found that to be cool. I just hope if that is the case, they make it an actual PC and not that thing that drove me nuts in Let's Go. Like,
yeah,
have any type of OCD.
It was frustrating.
Yeah,
convenient but frustrating.
Yeah, so I hope that they do make some type of tablet thing like that, and then they definitely make it easier. But as far as the Pokedex goes, I mean, I don't know. It's I think they definitely can make the user interface a lot more cool, a lot more friendly to navigate around it, and like filter types and actually use. I don't know.
I kind of liked how they. Oops, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna finish. Like, I don't know how you are, but like when I open the Pokedex, I don't look up types or anything. I just look at what I'm missing and then I close it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of do that too. I did like the feature where it was kind of separated, the completion. You know, like you got the evolution line completed. I kind of like that. And also in battle, if you hadn't, you know, encountered a Pokemon, how it kind of like played that animation over it. I kind of like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really cool. They've done some good things with the Pokedex. I just hope they capitalize on it and Sword and Shield. I think there's a lot of potential there for sure.
Yeah.
I would like to see like more Pokeballs come, or just bring back the you know, something to do with like the Gen 4, how you had the Poke stickers.
Yeah.
Something like that would be cool. It's just some kind of cosmetic, because you know they always have some type of side gimmick too, like the Pokemon contest, and then Gen 6 had the maze, the battle maze in. And so I don't know if there would be a battle frontier. Well, we're gonna hear those complaints too if there's not a battle frontier. Oh my god, everyone's gonna lose
As
it.
long as they don't put it like a thing under construction, like they did for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
That drove everybody mad.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame them either, because it's like, how are you gonna just put that there?
Yeah.
So I don't know. The ironic thing was too with ORAS around that time. It's possible that Sword and Shield were being developed during that time. So if they threw that in ORAS, and then they were like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll be here in this game we're developing, but you don't know yet," type thing, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, fans will be happy, but not for another 3 years until the first Switch game comes out. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, dude, I'm super pumped for the Direct. I think it's going to be very informative. We're gonna have a lot to cover. I know you're gonna be busy.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna be pumping out videos left and right. It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
Tomorrow and Direct.
I am just super excited myself. So I think everyone's gonna have a great 8 days of Pokemon stuff discussions.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a lot of drama since like February, so I hope the news will just kind of calm everybody down. And like,
that's true.
Let's just talk about Pokemon like we've been doing, and kind of get back on track, because I think there's going to be so much to talk about. People aren't going to have time to focus really on anything else, which is going to be good. So,
yeah.
Well, hell, dude, thanks for joining me. I know this was our first discussion video, so I hope everybody else enjoyed it as well. We're going to have more to come. Probably post Direct. I'll kind of run off PokeJungle schedule just because he's got the website and stuff that he runs. So I will run based off his schedule whenever he's available, and then we'll have videos posted as soon as I can get them out. It won't be 5 minutes after whatever is revealed. So patience with me. I appreciate that, because I do have a full-time job too. So, but thank you guys very much for watching. Thank PokeJungle again for joining me. It was great having you, and I look forward
Thank
to
you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. I look forward to us discussing later on down the line, post Direct, and seeing what
Definitely
they give us. For sure. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. You guys will not want to miss more discussions we're going to have down the line. So thanks everybody for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Leader 17 PokeJungle are out. Peace.